All right, welcome back to the Pupil's Life, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing? It's another episode of me pretending I've got something to say. And, well, tonight I've actually got something to say, but we'll get to that. How are you doing? Coronavirus is in full season, and we're about 2 weeks into the madness. If you count the Western view, right? Because some people in Taiwan have been fucking ahead of the game on lockdown since January. Some people in the U.S. they still believe it's a conspiracy. Some people in the U.S. believe that this is all a ploy. I mean, fucking 3 podcasts ago, I told you that my Uber driver told me he thought this was a ploy to for the elections, right? How are you holding up? What is your perspective on what's happening now in the world, right? Because we've all got opinions. We've all got our own fucking hot take on this. You talk to anybody about coronavirus, and they're like, well, well, the cases that have been reported, you can never really know how many cases have been reported, and it's not as bad as you think because the number of cases that are reported are actually just cases that have been active. They're not new cases. They're just cases that are now being reported. And so we can't really look at the numbers and be afraid because these are numbers that have existed. It's just like, what the fuck are you? You're just trying to rationalize your way into feeling like this is not as big of a problem as it actually is. The world is in full lockdown, dude. I don't give a fuck about deaths. The world is in lockdown, dude. How can you say that this isn't a problem? You know? Just because you're fucking doing okay doesn't mean that the world is. And just because, whatever you believe about coronavirus, it's like the fucking world is on lockdown, dude. So can you fucking readjust for a second? I know I have, but that's okay. 3 weeks ago I thought it was a farce. 2 weeks later I was like, all right, it's a problem, but it's not something I need to blow up. A week ago I was like, all right, my life is ruined, dude. I'm going to have to move back to Mexico. And now I'm just like, all right, this is an issue, but it's something that, besides washing my hands and staying home, is out of my control. And so I'm going to do the things that I can have an impact on, right? And what's that? Reading, writing, fucking doing this podcast, working on the audiobook for my memoir, dude. I've been working on the audiobook for my memoir, and that's going to be dope. I'm adding some commentary to it, a la Goggins, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not excited about the fact that I'm working 3 days a week, but, I am employed, so I can't complain, right? Because that makes me privileged, I guess. So I'm white and I'm employed. Now, those are the 2 biggest privileges you can have during the coronavirus epidemic. Oh, well, you can't complain because you're just an employed, privileged person. I'm not going to argue in this case because I can see the impact, I may not be making the same amount of money, but I'm making some money. And, subject to change, right? I give it a couple weeks until I'm on the streets like everyone else, but yeah, man, there's a shelter in place in Austin. I don't really know what the fuck that changed. I looked at the document. I read through the document. It seemed like more businesses are open than were before. There was a bullet point list of all the businesses that are still considered essential. And it was listed from A with the ABCs, right? And it went from like A to like O, which is and each letter had like 20 different types of businesses. So, I don't know why people are complaining, right? It seems like I can still, if I want to go on a date, dude, I just got to go to fucking CVS and buy a little bit of Frosted Flakes, right? Eat a little bit of Frosted Flakes, get a Red Box, and then go home, right? Go to CVS, get some Frosted Flakes, a little bit of almond milk, some paper bowls, eat the cereal while we're walking around the store, pretending that we're going to buy more things. and then pick out a red box, dude, and go home with the girl. Or, if you don't like pharmacies, because pharmaceuticals, some people think pharmaceuticals are the whole problem to begin with. If you don't like pharmaceuticals, then maybe you can take a girl to like AT&T, dude, and try and get on the same plane with her. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Corona season, and it's dude, it's making people lose their fucking minds. I know people don't like to admit it, and whenever somebody hears another person say that what I just said, they're like, "You're just fear mongering. The people that I'm seeing aren't doing all that bad." And it's like, yeah, dude, because you're not seeing people. You're staying home, right? You're fucking self-isolating, and the only people that you're seeing are your friends and family. So of course those people aren't losing their minds. But guess what? Your boy Nicholas Gomez, dude, the host of the fucking Pupil's Life, he's out on the streets, dude, risking his life. I'm still going to work, dude, 3 days a week. Plus, whenever I go to the grocery store, I'm putting my life at risk, man. And I'm living amongst peasants. I'm living amongst peons. Because I am a fucking peon, dude. I got a fucking podcast on YouTube. And you know how many people listen to it, dude? Fucking max, dude. Max, dude. Like 20 people. Max, dude. And that's a max, dude. Like, that's like max, dude. You know how many people listen to it? Like 20 people. And that's max, dude. But yeah, dude, so people are fucking losing their minds, you know? I left my house to go to work the other day, and I ride my bicycle. And as I carry my bicycle downstairs from my apartment. And as I ride off of the sidewalk, before I've even hit the fucking street, dude, I'm in the parking lot of my apartment complex, riding off of the sidewalk, dude. And some guy that's outside of my apartment complex, fucking in the parking lot, like 50 feet away from me, just fucking parked, with his window rolled down in his Silverado truck, dude. Some white fucking honky tonk dude, just looking at me, dude, smoking a cigarette, I mean. And as I'm riding off of the fucking sidewalk, dude, and I'm looking at him like, whoa, dude, what's this fucking guy doing here? He looks at me, he says, "Hey, watch where you're fucking going." And I'm just like, dude, I'm not, what? Hey, watch where you're going. And I just want, it was one of those like, dude, just keep it under wraps. Just keep it under wraps, dude. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Deep breaths. Deep breaths, and that's what I did, dude. And I rode to work. I was fine, but people are fucking losing their minds, dude. Like, why do you have to? Why are you trying to start something, dude? And it's because people have lost power. People have lost what their perception of control is, so they're trying to regain it by yelling slurs and curses at people on their bicycles, dude. It's like, you watch where you're fucking going, white boy, you privileged employee. And I'm like, all right, dude, I can't fucking argue with that, I am employed, but I'm not a hateful individual, so why are you doing this? So people are losing their minds, man. I'm losing my mind every now and then, right? Some days I'm sane, some days I'm crazy. And what else? I've been watching Lil Dicky's new show, Dave, to sort of keep my sanity under wraps, right? And that's it reminds me of like, I know some people are like, well, this isn't a good show for the current political state of things, but like, it reminds me of like one of those shows like Entourage, dude, or like How to Make It in America. Just one of those like dudes hanging out shows, but that's like, it's 26 minutes per episode, dude, and it flies by, right? Like, I could wait 3 years for there to be 4 seasons of Dave, and I could watch it in like one day. And I could rewatch it all of it the next day. But yeah, so I recommend watching that. There's not really much to like fucking analyze or anything. It's just a really funny show, dude, and he's a really talented dude. And Andrew Santino, dude, he's a great comedian, and he's like a lead in the show. So check that show out if you've got no shows to watch, which I'm sure that you fucking have a lot of shows to watch. You know, that's all that people are talking about right now. Is like, oh my god, did you watch the Tiger King yet? It's the new documentary on Netflix about a fucking psychopath, and people are like, whenever there's a school shooting, people are like, why are you talking about this individual on the news? We should talk about the victims. But then there's a fucking Netflix documentary called The Tiger King, dude, about some guy that was abusing people and fucking getting people's arms ripped off and drugged up and shit. And they're like, oh, dude, the Tiger King, bro. Yeah, fucking, like, photoshopping themselves as the Tiger King. And it's all just twisted, dude. It's all fucked, if you ask me. It's all a piece of baloney. Dude, I figured out why I was yawning so much last episode. I fucking figured that shit out. Because I don't figure out a lot of things when it comes to my health. I just kind of wing it, right? But I figured it out, man. I took Ellie for a run, and I haven't run probably since 2016, dude. I haven't gone on a run since like 2016. Max, dude, like 2017. But I went on a run with a dog, and it was like a 20-minute run, right? Like an amateurish. I was walking for most of it, speed walking, but I was running for maybe like 7 minutes. And my knees felt like cement. Like my whole legs felt like cement pounding on cement. And then for the next 4 days, I guess, my body was just like, whoa, dude. You're not getting away with that unscathed. And so, like, my whole fucking, my shoulders and my neck, dude, and my head were just, like, pounding me, dude, for the last 4 days. And so it's funny because I was having trouble sleeping for the last 6-7 months of my life, dude, and then Corona happens, and it's like, oh, dude, I can sleep through Corona like nothing. Just fucking sleeping beauty. While people are in the hospitals, just being ravaged by a viral disease. And I'm like, this is the time for me to rest, dude. Now is when it's easy for me. My conscience is clear. But I've been sleeping a lot more, and so I think I've just been a lot more tired, too, because I've been, like, oversleeping, Because, like, I worked on Monday, and then I didn't have to go into work again until Friday. So, Monday night, I go to bed at like 11, dude. I don't set an alarm, right? We're living in a fucking post-apocalyptic time. I'm not going to set on... Are you kidding me, dude? Set an alarm, dude? During Corona? Set an alarm? Are you kidding me? And so I wake up and I'm like, I look at my watch and it's not even the real time because I put a timer on it when I went to bed because I wanted to measure how much I was going to sleep. That's how OCD I am. But, and so I wake up and it's like 11:52. And I'm like, dude, no fucking way did I sleep for 13 hours. And so I get up and then I'm like, oh no, dude, it was just my timer. I just slept for 12. I didn't sleep for 13, dude. I just slept for 12. And then I try and do a podcast, and of course I'm yawning through the whole thing. But What else, man? What else? Oh man, I don't know what else. I don't know what else. Corona, dude, it's taking a toll. Um, and it's like, why doesn't the city, why doesn't the government just sort of tell us, dude, like straight up what the changes are gonna be? It reminds me of like iPhone releases, you know? It's like one week they're like, this week it's gonna be no bars, but we can still do restaurants, and you can still go to the parks. We can still go outside, right? And everybody's like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I'm gonna hop on that." Like iPhone 6, dude, iPhone 7. It's like, dude, you got the latest iPhone? It's like, no, dude, because fucking next week there's gonna be another one. And sure enough, next week they're like, well, you can't go outside anymore, and you can't go to restaurants anymore, and you can't do this. And it's like, what's next, dude? The fucking government knows all of the things that they're gonna put a ban on, and they're just like releasing them slowly, right? Like they're a fucking console, dude. It's like, just tell us, dude. It'll fix the issue that much faster, and then people won't continuously get more and more angry. Like the solution, I guess, the reason they do it, the argument I've heard is that, well, they don't want to scare people. And it's like, they are scaring people. What do you mean they don't want to scare people? They are scaring people. But yeah, but they don't want to scare people. They don't want to incite fear. They don't want to incite fear in the people. Too soon, too much. I don't know, dude. It's so fucked, dude. We're all gonna fucking, once the power grids go down, we're all gonna be eating each other. So I need to get a gun, I live in Texas, dude. I moved here for a reason, right? I need to get a fucking gun, dude, so I can protect myself. And, right now it seems like a poor investment because I don't have very much money and I might be out of a job soon. But if the fucking power grids go down, dude, if the power grids go down and I don't have a gun, dude, I might as well be, walking around the streets with my pants down and my fucking hands spreading my cheeks, dude. Like, who wants to fucking come rape me, dude, and take all my shit? What do you think I'm gonna do? Defend myself with a kitchen knife? Right? I don't even have a bat. Like I don't, the longest thing that I have in my house that I could defend myself with is like a broom. What the fuck am I gonna do with a broom, dude? Shove it up their ass? Dude. So I need to get a gun. Apparently Walmart's got good deals. And my dad's in Mexico, my dad's in fucking Mexico. And they're not doing any better. They've already got looting. There was an article in the newspaper that was like a gang of 70 people loots a grocery store, dude. And some of us might think they're crazy, but a month from now when the power grids go down, I'm telling you, they've got a full grocery store worth of food. So, who's going to be laughing then? I can tell you now, they're not going to prison, dude. It's fucking Mexico. It's the Wild West down there. And my dad lives there, dude, and I'm pretty fucking worried, Not just because he's got diabetes and he's over the age of 60, but he lives in the fucking, he lives in the boonies. Like there's not even high-speed internet where he lives. And whenever I call him, dude, the fucking call, like, cuts in and out because reception isn't really good. And it's just wild, man, like, fucking, a pickup truck with like 3 Mexicans and 4 machetes could roll up and just be like, hey, Mr. Gomez, this property is ours. And my dad would just be like, no, it's not, it's mine. It's like, yeah, we know that it's in your name, but this property is ours now. Get off the lot, man. Dude, that would be the funniest way to kick somebody off of their property if you were the cartels, just to roll up. Hey, Mr. Gomez, get off the lot, man. Get off the lot. But it's true, man. I mean, it's fucking scary as balls. And, I was talking about how if I don't get a job and I run out of money, and I might have to move back to Mexico, right? But it's like, I don't want to do that, dude. You think I want to go to Mexico, dude? During an epidemic? Are you fucking crazy? I was there during Hurricane Wilma. You think I want to go there during an epidemic? And get fucking taken for ransom, dude, so that they can take my dad's property? No. I would rather stay here, dude, and join the homeless outside of HEB. Pop up a fucking tent, dude, and live like Chris McCandless, What's so wrong with that? I've got my Kindle, dude. Just come hang out with my brother every now and then so that I can put some more books on it. Get a little bit of water. Maybe steal one of his ramen noodles. And then I'm all set, dude. Gandhi fucking fasted for like 40 days. I'm sure I can 40 days, dude. I'm sure I can figure shit out in 40 days. If I'm in Mexico, dude, what the fuck am I gonna figure out in Mexico, dude? How to fucking rob people? How to murder? How to fucking steal? Like people don't get it. I was talking to my dad and I was joking with him. I was telling him, like, yeah, man, I'm going to get a fucking gun. I wish I could get a gun. And he was like, dude, that's not something you have to worry about in the U.S., dude. And, I think he's underestimating a little bit, but he's mostly right. It's like, I'm worried about looting because I saw Contagion with Matt Damon and some people were fucking stealing from the house next to his. Right? And I'm like, dude, if that happens, I need to have a gun, right? In Mexico, dude, they could just take my dad's house from him. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. They could just roll up in the fucking pickup truck, dude, with the machetes or machine guns, dude, and just be like, Mr. Gomez, it's our fucking lot now. Get off the lot. And what's my dad gonna do? He could go to another one of his lots, right? He's got 3 lots. So they kick him off of one, then he can go to another one, dude. And how long is it going to be until they kick him out of the other one? Dude, Mexico is just, I mean, it's a beautiful country, and there's a lot more to it than just this. But, I'm not joking when I say the reason I left that country is because your success is capped, Like, your success is fucking capped, dude. If I open up a business and it starts booming, I'm going to get a knock on the door. And they're going to say, Mr. Gomez, we need some money. And if I don't give them that money, they're going to take what I love the most from me until I give them that money. Like, I was talking to my dad. Literally, I was talking to my dad, and I asked him, because he owns a bar, and bars are like prime fucking real estate for the cartel, because bars make a lot of money in Mexico, anywhere in the world, but especially in Cancun. And so my dad, he opens up a bar, dude, like 4 months after a bar in the same town got a grenade thrown into it during business hours. Let me give you a second to fucking process what I just said, dude. He opened a bar after a bar in the town that he lives in got grenaded. Dude, and then I wonder where I get my self-destructive behaviors from, right? Literally wants to get a fucking grenade thrown into his business, dude, where my sister was going to be working and where I'm going to be visiting, dude, like. But so he opens up a bar, right? And then it starts booming, dude. It starts booming, and it's like, if it's booming, it's inevitable. If it's booming, it's inevitable. And it's booming, dude. So it's inevitable. And I asked him, do you ever worry that it's inevitable? Do you ever worry, Dad, that it's inevitable? And he looks at me. Well, he didn't look at me, dude. It's a fucking phone conversation, right? He just fucking, he grabs the phone and he squeezes the phone tight and he says, son, this is top secret. But it's happened. And I'm like, it's happened? The fuck does that mean, Dad? And he says, son, it's happened. I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know why, but someone's protecting us. And I'm like, dude, can you fucking elaborate, right? I'm your son, dude. This is gonna worry me. You're fucking spending every day there. Can you fucking elaborate? And he says, yeah, well, I wonder, I ask myself every day why the bad guys haven't come yet. And I say, and what's the answer? And he says, well, because the government has already extorted us. But it's top secret, son. You don't have to worry about it, right? And then he fucking tries to shift the conversation. And guess what he shifts it into, dude? He shifts it into, I need you to come to Mexico when the corona is all over so that you can sign some documents for my last will and testament. Dude, I wanted to say, is there somebody holding a fucking gun to your throat right now, dude? Because you're talking about you're being extorted, the bad guys have already come, it's happened already, and you want me to sign some fucking documents for your... Yeah, what? For the time when you die, dude? Oh, man, dude. Dude, I don't know. I'm just a fucking peon, dude. Like, my dad's got businesses, dude, and properties and shit. He's got employees that he's got to deal with. I talked to him the other day after he told me all of this. And I was like, how's Corona treating you? He's like, well, I've got 14 people that rely on me. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Imagine that, dude. Like, I'm over here in my fucking privileged employee white life, just like jerking off, right, during Corona. Like, I'm bored, just fucking like, I'm bored, dude, fucking, just jerking off. And meanwhile, my dad is like, got a new fucking back scratcher, right? Like, fucking, how am I gonna figure this out? How am I gonna figure this fucking thing out, dude? I got 14 people that rely on me, I've got one person that relies on me, and that's me. And I'm stressed out enough about that, dude. Imagine if I had 14 people that I had, that would just be 14 times the stress that I feel right now. And I would live in Mexico, dude. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I don't think I could ever live in Mexico again. So, that's that, man. But, living here isn't all that better. I mean, it is, but, like, if you take today, dude, it isn't. Because in Mexico, if I was in Mexico right now, if, like, literally, if I had, what today would have looked like for me if I was with my dad in Mexico versus what today looked like for me here in Austin, Texas, I would choose Mexico, right? Worst case scenario in Mexico versus worst case scenario in Austin, I would choose Austin. But today, because if I was in Mexico right now, dude, I would have just, like, laid on a hammock and fucking read a book, ate some delicious Mexican seafood, watched some TV, played with my cat, and, then gone to bed listening to the, like, whoosh, whoosh, the ocean, the waves. But today in Austin, dude, today was the most Corona day so far. And it wasn't even the corona that made it the most corona, but it was just like today was the most like, oh, that's right, dude. This is just, I don't know. I guess in a way it's just like, oh, yeah, that's right, dude. I don't really live in a nice part of town. I mean, I do, because I live right next to the fucking Oracle building. But at the same time, dude, there's people that are like, I learned so much about my neighborhood today that I didn't know anything about. And strap in, because the next half of this podcast is going to be about today, dude. Because holy shit, man. Holy fucking shit. Dude, today is like the kind of day that an author lives for. You know? I mean, it starts off, dude, I'm just hanging out in my apartment, in my room. My brother's not home, but when he gets home, he takes the dog out. And then I'm like cooking some chicken in the kitchen, right? Like, yeah, listening to some reggae, dude, just having a good old Corona day. And then my brother comes back from his walk and he says, "Holy shit, did you see what's going on out there, dude?" And I'm like, "No, what's holy shit that's going on out there?" And he says, "Well, there's about 50 patrol cars and ambulances, and they've got the whole fucking block on lockdown." And I'm like, "Because of Corona?" And he says, no. There was like somebody with a speakerphone, dude, and they were like, "If you don't come out with your hands right now, we will have to use force." And I'm like, "Dude, you're fucking with me. That's not happening 100 feet from where I was sitting jerking off, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, no, it is. It is what's happening." And they told me, they looked at me and you said, "No, you have to go inside. You cannot be out here. You have to go inside." And I was, my brother's just like goes with the flow, right? So he was like, yes, sir, and came back home. And then he left again. But then I was like, dude, if there's that much commotion going on outside, I've been locked in my fucking house for God knows how long. I need some action, dude. So I go out there by myself, and I see, there is in fact 50 patrol cars and an ambulance and police all around not just my apartment complex, dude, but the whole circle that my apartment is, the whole street that my apartment is on, my complex. There's like 4 other complexes, and there's police at every single one, dude. But they're all huddled up next to the one that's right next to mine, right? And all my neighbors are out, and so I'm just looking at all this shit, right? I'm like, just being one of those fucking obnoxious Americans, right? Driving by an accident that's like, oh, I wonder what's happening there. Let me slow down to 20 miles an hour on the freeway so that I can maybe see a burning body. So I'm outside of my apartment complex just hanging out and just like, okay. Anybody know what's going on here? And people are like, well, I heard that maybe there was some drugs involved. That's all I heard. And I'm like, all right, that's one theory. Anybody else? And this other woman walks up to me and she says, "Well, I heard that there's a gun and police want the gun." I'm like, okay. Any more takers? And then this woman in her tights, yoga tights, had just been doing her fitness thing for the day, comes by and she's like, "Oh, I know exactly what's going on. What's going on is that there is a man with an assault rifle and he's locked up in his apartment with a hostage, which is why the police have not barged in, and it's been 2 hours." And I'm like, this has been going on for 2 hours, dude? For 2 hours, there has been a man with an assault rifle in the apartment complex next to mine, and 50 police officers surrounding him, and I've been jerking off in my fucking bedroom, just reading a book, dude. Like taking in the sunlight, right? Like nothing's wrong. And you're telling me that basically the movie Phone Booth is happening? you're telling me that the movie Phone Booth is happening in the apartment complex next to mine while I'm in my bedroom sunbathing by my window? And she's like, yes. In other words, yes, you could say that. And I'm like, all right, dude, I need to go get Ellie, and I need to set up shop out here, because it's going to get fucking interesting, dude. So I go and I get the dog, come back out to my same spot, right, on this little patch of grass on the side of the street where all of my neighbors are. And I bring the dog and, right, just like, get some extra sunlight, dog. Like, I'm going to be out here, you might as well be with me. Why not? If I'm going to take a bullet, you might as well too. No, of course not. So I'm sitting there, and, there's more neighbors. Some of my neighbors are hanging out on their little balconies, and then a SWAT truck arrives. One of those big black SWAT trucks. 5 dudes get out of the back of it, start jogging. They park like half a mile away from the crimes where the crime is about to be committed, and then they start jogging in formation all the way to where the police are. And they park the SWAT truck to block the road. And then another fucking like military sort of camo colored tank shows up, dude. And fucking 6 military dudes with like gas masks pop out of the back, dude. And they join formation with these other 4 fucking SWAT dudes, right? So now there's like 10 dudes with machine guns, dude. There's a guy with a riot shield. There's a fucking... Dude, the last time I saw a riot... The only time I've ever seen a riot shield in my life was when I was playing Modern Warfare, dude. When I was 14. There is 10 military men jogging in formation, dude, and one of them's holding a riot shield. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? And I'm like, just me and my neighbors, dude, we're just hanging out, Hello, neighbor. Oh, I know it's been a bad day for you. Won't you come join us? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you come watch Phone Booth with me? Bring your dog, too. Hey, neighbor, I know you've had a bad day. Won't you come watch Phone Booth and bring your dog, and maybe, among this corona madness, maybe you and I can just have a good old-fashioned buddy-buddy time and watch a man with an assault rifle get barged in on and murdered. Right? Like, that's what everybody was fucking hoping would happen. If you went around my fucking apartment complex and asked everybody that was looking at what was happening, that's what every single... I don't give a fuck if some of them lie to you, dude. That's what every single person wanted to happen. Everyone wanted to see some fucking... some fucking real, like, something, dude. Because everybody's been locked in their fucking apartments for the last 2 weeks. And so it's acceptable to be sort of eaveswatching, right? I don't know if that's a thing, but if it's not, dude, I just made it eaveswatching. And so I bring the dog out there, and we're hanging out. The fucking SWAT shows up. And mind you, it's like 5 p.m. when I go out there. Around 6 p.m., dude, the sun's still out. The fire truck shows up. 2 ambulance trucks shows up. This huge white sort of like almost SWAT looking thing, but it's white, drives up. It's like a comms / surveillance kind of truck thing. it pulls up, dude, and it just parks, in between my complex and the complex where phone booth is happening. And if you don't know what phone booth is, dude, just do a quick Google search, watch the trailer for it, and then you'll get it, and then you'll have a much nicer time. You'll have a much dandier time. But so this thing shows up, right? And then like people sort of walking their dogs or walking by, and they're asking me like, "Hey man, do you know what's going on?" And I sort of like, I'm shrugging my shoulders, and then that woman in her tights is like, "I know exactly what's going on." And then she's telling everybody exactly what's going on. This security guard comes up to me, and unrelated to the commotion, the security guard comes up to me and he says, I used to be in the service. Whenever you see SWAT wearing camo, that means they're active military. If they're wearing the dark camo, that means they're retired. They're no longer active military, but they're in the force now. They've joined the force. And I was like, shit, man, sit down and teach me more about this because I'm fucking all in. But he's like, nah. I ain't one to barge in on shit like this. Nah. I ain't one to eaveswatch. I gotta go inside. Right? There's bigger issues, right? And he's right. There's fucking Corona. So he leaves, and I'm back by myself. And then, meanwhile, I start to hear some of my neighbors, these women, they're like, they're fucking drunk. They're in bikinis. They're in bikinis, and they're drunk. And they're watching this thing, and they're like, "You fucking police, you fucking gonna do anything, you police officer?" They're like heckling the police officers, dude. And at first I'm like, fucking goddamn it, shut the fuck up, dude, right? But at the same time I'm like, damn, dude, they're pretty hot. So I make a mental note. All guys, whenever we see a hot chick, we make a mental note just of like, okay, that woman exists, and I'm at my apartment complex, so that means that she lives here. So that means that I've got a shot, right? That's the mental note that all guys make. I don't care who you are, dude. I don't care if you have a girlfriend or not. All guys make that mental note. Because if you have a girlfriend, you still make the mental note, except that you add a little fucking annotation at the bottom of your mental note that says, in case we break up, there is a hot chick that lives in building 3, floor 2, apartment 11. And so I just made that number up, dude. I don't fucking know where she lives. I'm not a psychopath. But so I do make the mental note. I'm like, all right, there is this commotion, and there is the Corona, but there's also a fucking hot chick, right? And I'm a man, dude. So I've gotta succumb to my weaknesses at some point. Especially if I'm locked in, dude, all day. Like, you might as well call me a fucking prisoner, dude, a felon. I'm gonna succumb, dude. And so where was I, dude? Well, the point is, dude, by like 7 p.m., dude, it's like they've got police. They've got this whole perimeter set up, dude. There's like so much police, dude. There's so much more police than they need. And it just like, for phone booth, I get it, dude, because you're in fucking Times Square. But for Austin, Texas, dude, for fucking, who the fuck is walking by my apartment right now, dude? Is it the fucking guy with the assault rifle? Dude, this shit just happened today. Okay, so I'm still a little bit on edge. All right. But fucking, there's so many cops out there, dude. Some guy with a fucking flashlight just walked by my fucking bedroom, dude. And you'll get why I'm on edge, dude. Once we get to the end of the story, the meat of the story. But so there's so many fucking police officers, and it's like, why are there so many police officers here? And nobody really knows what's going on, right? Is there a hostage? Is there not a hostage, dude? Like, just are Austin police officers just too friendly, and they don't want to hurt this individual who's got a fucking assault rifle? So I decide, 7:30, I'm like, all right, dude, you gotta call it a night. So I go home, I take Ellie with me, I, put some food in her bowl, whatever. And as I'm taking a shit, dude, I'm in the bathroom taking a shit, I hear pop! And I'm just like, oh, dude, there's some action. There's some fucking action. So I wipe as fast as I can, like I fucking just fucking push it out, sort of snap the turtle's head. There's still some shit in me, but I'll get it out later, dude. And I wipe as fast as I can, pull my shorts up, slip into my flip-flops, and sort of jog back out to my spot. And I hear some more pop, pop, pop. And then I'm standing out there, dude. Dude, hold on a fucking second. Alright, sorry about that. Coast should be clear, but I just had to make sure, man. You never fucking know. With what's going on today, I just had to fucking make sure, dude. I'm not gonna have some dude walking around my fucking apartment, dude, with some flashlight, dude. The fuck? But yeah, man, so there's all these fucking police officers, and I walk back out there, and there's pop, pop, and action starts to happen, right? Of course, when you leave, then action starts to happen. And so I run back out there with my flip-flops, dude, and immediately when I get there, action stops, dude. Fucking, of course, dude, that's just how things are. Of course, I'm not going to blame anybody, that's just how things are. And so I sort of hang out there. I'm like, I'm not leaving this time. I'm going to wait until they fucking kill this guy, bring him out in a body bag, dude, or in cuffs. And then there's the same drunk women from earlier. They walk by me. One of them is like, you good? Looking at me. She's the fucking hot one. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And she keeps walking. And then her friend, fucking Santana. Her friend Santana comes up to me. And she's like, oh, hi. What's your name? And I'm like, dude, I just realized this is how fucking paranoid I am right now, dude. It's not even a dude with a flashlight. It's cars in the parking lot across from my apartment complex and their headlights, dude. Holy Jesus, Lord Almighty. But so Santana comes up to me and she's like, hi, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, I'm Nick. She's like, I'm Santana. It's nice to meet you. And as I'm about to shake her hand, she gives me her elbow, right? Because it's Corona season. And I'm like, oh, right. Boom. Elbow her. And she says, we're going to go hang out by the pool. You should come hang out with us and drink a beer. We've been getting up every time there's action, so don't worry about it, right? It's almost like we've got fucking pay-per-view, so you can... It's like, don't worry about it. I know you want to watch the fight. We've got pay-per-view, so you can don't worry about it. Don't fret. We've got you covered. So I'm like, all right. I follow them into the pool. I would never do this, by the way. I'm the most shy individual, dude. But I've been so fucking locked up and corona'd that I was just like, dude, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna see what happens, right? I had that mental note in my head. And I was like, dude, now my chances are higher. Now these girls want to hang out, dude. Are you fucking... Am I having a wet dream right now, dude? Am I gonna wake up and Corona's not gonna be real? Is this all something I made up for a fantasy? And so I follow them into the pool. And there's a few other people there. Some of my neighbors. There's the maintenance man, too. And I sit down. And I'm sitting down in between the two women, right? Santana and the woman I made a mental note about. Who I'll call fucking... what should I call her, dude? Adeline, dude. Adeline. I'm just thinking of names that rhyme. So Adeline. I'm in between Adeline and Santana. and then Adeline starts fucking just bombing me with questions, dude. Like, where are you from? How old are you? Blah blah blah. Right? I already know a lot about her, dude. Um, because I've been eavesdropping the whole time that I've been standing out there. I've been eavesdropping, and so I heard her say, like, because she's been meeting some of our neighbors too, right? So I heard her say that she's 22, Santana's 24, and then I also heard her while I was, when I flip flopped my way out there after my shit, and I saw the commotion stop. I overheard her talking about some guy named Preston, who she was upset with because he was misleading her or something, right? And the whole time she was just like, because like, I mean, like, I love sex, so like, if sex is all you want, like, I fucking love sex, so like, just fucking let me know, but don't tell me that you want me, like, that this is a one-way street, right? And that you want me to try harder, because then I'll try hard, and then you'll say no. But like, if you just want sex, like, just tell me, like, cause like, I love sex, right? And this is fucking Adeline, dude. This is the girl that I've made a mental note in my head about. So now I'm like, dude, she's hot. She's upset at her dude. And she loves sex, dude. And she loves sex, dude. Like, dude, this could not be more fucking out of a young adult fucking porno book for guys, for boys. But yeah, dude, I heard her say this like 10 times, just, like, cause I'm the kind of girl that fucking loves sex. So like, but just tell me, like, and so I'm like, dude, I want to be this Preston guy, dude, right? And I can tell by the way she's talking about, he's not her boyfriend. He's some guy that she's hooking up with. And so I'm not talking about planning on being some infidel here. My morals are straight, right? But so I'm sitting in between Adeline and Santana, and Adeline is like, "Where are you from? What do you do? If I get a fan, do you want to suck my tits?" And I'm like, I work at a restaurant for now, haha. And I'm a writer, and she's like, "What do you write?" I'm like, "Oh, you don't want to know that." She's like, "Why not? Tell me why. What if I?" Just fucking bombing me with questions, and then there's another guy that's sitting across the table from me, and he's like, "Oh shit, man, you're from Cancun, dude? Oh, dude, vato, ¿de dónde eres?" He starts speaking to me in Spanish, right? And I'm like, "Oh, dude, shit, dude." And then somebody fucking pulls out. You know what happens? You know what had to happen, dude? It was a good test, man. It was a good test, and I'm fucking proud to say that I aced it. Santana's boyfriend, dude, some big burly fucking, Texan. I drive a fucking Silverado with custom tires. He fucking pulls out a weed pen, hands it to the maintenance man, and then the maintenance man looks at me and he's like, "You want to hit it, man?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm sober." And then so the fucking but then the dude's like, the Hispanic dude that was talking to me, he's like, "Oh, you're sober?" Yeah, dude, I've been sober for a while, man, but all I do is weed. That's all I can do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the opposite, right? I'll do pretty much anything else but weed. And he's like, really, really, man? So what's your thing, man? Like, you like uppers, man? And I'm like, no, I just mean more like, like, I'll do shrooms like once a year or something. And he's like, "Oh, well, damn, I got some shrooms in my apartment, bro." And I'm just like, dude, where the fuck do I live? That somebody, where the fuck do I live? That some of my neighbors have mushrooms in their apartment, dude. And there's a girl that's just like, I fucking love sex. Just like broadcasting this to the world, dude. There's the phone booth is being filmed in the apartment complex next door to ours. There's been shots fired. And there's a big burly dude just handing out weed pens for free, by the way. He told the maintenance man, like, if you want to just unroll it, just uncork it, dude. You can keep the cartridge. Just give me the battery. You can keep the cartridge. Just unroll it when you're done. I'll keep the battery. And I've got ketamine, dude. Like, it makes sense, I guess. I'm just a fucking peon, dude. I'm just a street urchin, dude. I'm a street urchin. That should be my new fucking nickname, dude. I don't want to be called Nick, dude. I want to be called Street Urchin. Because I'm searching, man. I'm searching for answers. And I'm not finding them. And also there's like dogs this whole time, dude. This whole time there's dogs just sort of walking around us by the pool. And so dude, little by little, some more people start showing up. There's more sketch, dude. More sketch by the minute. And at a certain point, I look around me and I start, I count how many of us there are. Because there is a 10 person max, right? And I'm like, I don't know about this, dude. I don't want to catch Corona. I don't want to catch the Rona. So I count, dude, and there's exactly 10 of us. So I'm like, fuck, dude. That means I gotta stay. I've gotta stay, dude. And one of us, one of the guys' name is Greg. He's a big fucking wrestler looking dude, and he's passed out with his fucking shorts down, just his fucking butt crack showing. He's passed out on a sofa, just like, and then somebody's like, somebody pull his shorts up, and then there's this dude talking about shrooms. There's the maintenance man getting fucking high as a kite, dude, on this big burly Silverado driving fucking weed pen handing out dude. And then there's Adeline next to me, dude, flirting with me. I don't know how to flirt, so I'm fucking butchering it. And then Santana's just fucking making out with her fucking burly dude, who I'll call Johnny, right? And then this other guy shows up, man. And this guy just looks sketchy, dude. And he shows up, dude. He's got both of his ears pierced, and he's got like hoop earrings, dude. Like small hoop earrings. And he's bald, and he's got a cap on. And his eyes are like faded, dude, because he's drunk as fuck. All of these people have been drinking, watching phone booth. So he fucking rolls up next to one of the fat chicks, dude. And he just pulls his pants down, puts his fucking butt cheeks on her. And everybody's like, yo, what the fuck, man? And then he sort of like calms down, dude. They push him aside a little bit. He comes and he sits next to me, dude. Of course, dude. He smells the Mexican in me. He comes over and he's like, and I'm like, what, dude? Because I'm talking to Adeline, and I'm like, dude, stop talking to my other ear, dude. I need both of them to listen to Adeline. But he's like, you from? And I'm like, what, dude? Where am I from? I'm from fucking... Of course, instead of just being like, oh, dude, I'm from fucking Minnesota. Leave me alone. I'm like, oh, I'm from Cancun. And he's like, I'm Monterrey. And I'm like, good for you, dude. Can you leave me alone now? Right? That's what I'm thinking. That's not what I'm saying. And so this guy just fucking, keeps fucking in my ear until an 11th person shows up. And at that point, I'm like, all right, shit's about to go down, dude. Something's funky, dude. There's 11 of us here. Corona says 10 max. This should not be. This cannot stand. And So this 11th dude shows up and he picks the dude that's next to me, and he's like, "Hey man, where the fuck's my money, bro? Empty your fucking pockets, bro. Hey, where the fuck's my bro? Empty your fucking pockets." And I'm just sitting next to them, just like trying to sort of act like, oh, I'm not scared, right? Because Adeline's to my left, but she's kind of scared, and so I'm like, oh, should I be scared? And the dude's like, I don't got your money, dude. And then this other Greg dude, the 11th dude goes and wakes up the Greg dude, and he's like, hey, the fuck, man, you, this fucking dude, and that other dude with a red shirt are the only people that have been in my apartment today, and I lost $300, dude. So one of you's got to fork up. And I'm like, I don't even know what's going on in phone booth anymore, what scene we're in. But there's rumors that the man has been captured. Colin Farrell is in the cop car. And the situation has been resolved. They're just filling out paperwork, right? So we're in the credits of phone booth. That's so dumb, man. We're in the credits of phone booth in the apartment complex next door. Meanwhile, dude, fucking Speed is starting up in my apartment complex, dude, right? Keanu Reeves just got on the bus, dude, and he doesn't know that the driver is about to fucking take the realms, dude, and the bus ain't gonna stop no time. You know what I mean? The bus ain't gonna stop no time soon, Keanu. Keanu, the bus ain't gonna stop no time soon, man, okay? So this guy's like, I don't got your money, man. And I'm sort of like, so Adeline, what do you do during Corona? And like trying to ignore this thing that's happening. And then everybody's like, whoa. And I turn around, dude, and the fucking dude has pulled his pants down all the way. His fucking cock is out, dude, hanging. And his butt cheek, everything, dude. And the big burly Johnny fucking, hey, you fucking vape pens, dude. That guy is just like, hey man, you better put your fucking pants on, man. You better fucking put your pants on before I beat your fucking ass up, man. And that's an order, dude. I'm fucking asking you, I'm telling you. And I don't know why didn't just fucking leave, dude. Again, I made a mental note, and so I was like, dude, fucking there's a chance, right? She loves sex, dude. She loves sex. She might love to fucking sex me up, dude. And so even though there is violence, dude, this is how a man's brain works. Even though there is the potential threat of violence, in my head, I'm like, yeah, but there's also a woman who loves sex sitting next to me, talking to me. And so I'm like, dude, I'm game for whatever's about to fucking happen. And then the dude with the pants down, he pulls them up, right? And then he goes and stands next to the big burly Johnny dude. And the dude is like, don't stand fucking next to me. Get the fuck away from me right now, bro. Get the fuck away. Don't stand behind me. And I'm just sort of, when you know some shit's about to go down, but you're sort of, there's like fight or flight, and then there's freeze mode, which is what happened to me, where you don't really do anything. You're not in like, you're not gonna engage with the fight, but you're also not gonna fucking book it. Because during Corona, dude, this is like the most entertainment I've gotten. And so I just freeze, dude. And I'm like, Adeline and I aren't talking anymore. And we're just sort of like looking from each other to the fucking thing that's happening. And then the dude gets up, the big burly dude. He gets up and he said, I'm not going to fucking tell you again. And he just fucking lets loose, dude, a right hook into the bald man's face. And just fucking plop, dude. Like, I heard, dude, I haven't heard enough people get fucking knocked out. Because when I heard that shit, I thought maybe the man was dead, dude. You know? I'm talking about a fucking John Cena looking motherfucker that lifted his girlfriend Santana out of his legs, dude. He said, "I'm not going to tell you again, motherfucker." And then he let loose a right hook straight into this man's fucking jawline, dude, and unlocked it. And the man just collapsed and fell on the ground. And then I fucking looked at Adeline and I said, "Adeline, it was a pleasure to meet you, but I think my time's up here." And she grabs my hand with just one finger. You know, we held fingers. And she said, "It was nice to meet you too, Nick." Sort of like a damsel in distress, looking at me like, "It was nice to meet you too, Nick." And we held fingers, dude. And then I said, "All right, dude, time to go into my fucking apartment and just forget about today." But I hear some commotion still, so I go to my brother's bedroom so that I can look out his window out into the pool where everything is happening. Because I still want to be a part of it, right? I just don't want to be an actual part of it, right? Like, I want to be watching, I want to be in the movie Speed, but I don't want to be on the fucking bus, dude. Because I don't want to risk being one of the guys that's not going to make it, you know? I'm not Keanu, dude, so I know I'm not going to fucking make it. But I don't want to fucking. I know I'm not Keanu, dude. So I know there's a risk that I might not make it. So I'm in my fucking brother's bedroom, and I'm looking out the window, and now there's like two other dudes have come, and sort of they're holding back, dude, and then two other guys in the maintenance man are trying to hold back John Cena. But John Cena's like, "Fuck it, dude. I'm just going to go sit down. If that guy comes near me again, dude, I'm going to fuck him up, dude." But if they let him go sit down, he fucking puts Santana back on his lap, dude. Just fucking starts like, all right. Just like a fucking Texan fucking rock star, dude. And then the two dudes that are holding back the dude, they're like, "Ya, güey. Ya, cabrón, te vamos a tener que parchar, güey. Te va a partir la madre este cabrón, güey. Ya, déjalo en paz, güey. No te queremos tener que parchar, güey. Anda, cabrón, por favor, güey. Haznos caso, por favor, güey. Ya." And then somehow, dude, the guy gets out of their fucking arms, starts stumbling his way, you know, just like fucking, almost like a baseball dude that's like fucking, like being tossed by a celebrity, dude. Like a celebrity tossed a baseball, dude, to a professional batter. Like a pro fucking home run hitter. This dude's just stumbling his way toward John Cena, dude. And I just hear the chair moves. You know, he shuffles the chair back. Santana freaks out, dude. John Cena stands up, dude. And he walks toward the dude. He's moving his shoulders. This would be a lot better if you could see me. He's fucking waving his shoulders, dude. He's fucking swinging his shoulders. And as he swings his fucking left shoulder forward and his right shoulder back, dude, he loads up another right fucking uppercut or something, dude. And just knocks, he fucking two fucking pops, dude. And then, dude, falls on the ground again, dude. And everybody's like, "Oh, the fuck, dude," just fucking freaking out, dude. And I'm in my bedroom like, "Holy fucking shit, dude. I'm going to go podcast about this in a sec." And, dude, it's, you know, he's like, "I told him to get the fuck away from me, okay?" He just, dude, I thought I went from a 0 to a 10. But the truth is, dude, that is what going from a 0 to a 10 looks like. Like John fucking Cena. Because, you know, like, I've been in one fist fight in my whole life, dude. This guy just was fucking making out with his girl. And some guy was just standing behind him with his cock out. And he got up and he fucking pummeled his face inward. Enough that his Mexican friends, dude. I just talked about the fucking how cartels operate in Mexico, dude, and how scary it is. His Mexican friends were like, ya, güey, no te queremos tener que parchar, güey. Ya, por favor, cabrón. Ya, te va a partir la madre, güey. You know, they were like, basically saying, like, we don't want to fucking have to take you to a hospital, dude. This guy is gonna pummel you to the ground. Look at him. Look at his size, dude. And the whole time, dude, I'm just thinking about that mental note, dude, and how I didn't fucking capitalize. So I don't know, dude. I don't know why the fuck I live here, dude. You know, I don't know what the fuck today was, man. I don't know what the fuck today was, man. But I've got to fucking reassess my life, dude. You know? I'm hanging out with some fucking coke fiends. You know? Some fucking just... dude, some fucking, oh my god, I love sex, dude. I just fucking love sex. Like, fuck, if you just want to have sex with me, like, I love sex. And then some fucking guy's like, you can't fucking stand behind me, bro. You can't fucking. And then some other dude's just like, yeah, bro, I got some shrooms in my room, dude, if you want. Like, you know, like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? And I just fucking, you know, and my brother leaves the door unlocked sometimes. And I'm just like, dude, don't you fucking understand that you don't know anybody in this apartment complex, dude? You can't just trust people like that, man. You can't just fucking do it. I hope you've enjoyed that story, dude, because it was a wild day for me. And that's gonna do it for the podcast, man. I've got a this might be a bonus podcast because I've got a podcast I recorded with my buddy Chris that'll be coming out in, you know, maybe this week, maybe midweek. I don't know. I might release both of them, but you know, you guys are still tuning in, and that's fucking awesome, dude. Because I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, it's just dope, dude. You guys get something out of this. So, thanks for listening to The Pupil's Life. I'm gonna try and get some fucking sleep, dude. Somehow. I just watched fucking Phone Booth and Speed back to back, dude. And now I'm gonna go try and get some sleep, dude. There was 50 police trucks, a fucking 2 SWAT trucks, different colored SWAT trucks, a riot shield wielding military man, and some dude with an assault rifle in his fucking apartment, dude, just next to my apartment. Just like, it's just like, you know, good night, I guess, right? Like, this is why I have ketamine, dude. 'Cause how else am I gonna fucking sleep? How the fuck, dude? I just went through some stuff, okay? No, but in all seriousness, wash your hands and stay safe out there. You know, after this commotion happened, like after I was done, sort of, I watched the first hit, right? The first fucking uppercut. I came in my room and I was like, all right, I'm going into my brother's bedroom. Doesn't matter if I infect his bedroom, right? I'm going to fucking pull up his curtains, look at the second uppercut, infect everything in his room, and then immediately, dude, the first thing I did was just hop in the shower, dude, hot water, soap, get that Rona off my body, and because I just fucking, you know, I held a woman who loves sex, his finger, and I drank some of her vodka martini, dude. Which I shouldn't have done, dude. It was fucking stale, dude. Ugh. And then there was also just fucking people, like, fucking talking with their tongue, dude. So I definitely got the Rona, dude, but I got rid of it. Some of it might be in my brother's bedroom, but I got rid of most of it when I came into my bedroom. But you gotta take this shit seriously, all right? Because the tally, dude, I don't even, this is Thursday, March 26th at 11:25, dude. 532,000 cases, 24,000 deaths, dude. And if you look at the numbers, dude, there's only 150,000 cases that have been closed. 24,000 are dead. 16% of all the closed cases have been deaths, dude. I know for sure, dude, I don't want to be one of those fucking cases. So, thanks for listening, and stay safe out there. I'll see you next week.